What's going on, investors, traders? Welcome back to another Boiler Room Trading Podcast, episode 2. Today, we're talking about these Chinese penny stocks and wheat stocks that seem to be flying recently. Many of you probably know of the stock YECO, and if you were trading the markets today, you would know of the crazy run on PLAG, which is Planet Green. So we've been seeing a lot of this crazy volatility picking up in the market. If you're newer to trading, maybe just gotten in over the past year, you're probably questioning and wondering what the heck's going on. All these Chinese penny stocks seem to be running. Well, as we've stated before on our pre-market watch list and in many of our YouTube videos, the winter season and going into the winter is naturally where we're going to see a lot of these penny stocks picking up. And we naturally see a lot of the penny stocks that have these massive runs tend to be Chinese related stocks. Now, many of you out there are going to go, oh, well, are they manipulating these stocks? Well, possibly, maybe not. At the end of the day, what's it really matter? Because we're here to trade the patterns and the setups that come with these big plays. So, to touch on the stock YECO, this was just recently this week. The stock had ran from roughly $1.60, $2 per share, all the way to a high of $13 intraday, give or take. It later than that day in after hours trading ran to about a high of, I think, $15 or $16. The next day it had a nice rip and then it obviously started crashing. So a lot of you guys are asking what the heck's going on with these stocks. Well, to simply put it, it's nothing but pure momentum penny stock trading. Some of these stocks may have had some news. Some of it might just be pure momentum trading, which a lot of it is. But to touch on what happened with the stock YECO, it picked up, it started running, it became a momentum play on the day. Eventually, it hit highs of, $6, $7, $8 a share, and everybody thought it was the top. And when this happens, when we have these big, massive penny stocks that go running, this is what happens. Well, for one, you see a stock like YECO go from like $1.60 to $4 and go, wow, that was a big move, man. I wish I didn't miss that. And then it ends up curling up to the upside in the bullish favor, and all the people who had originally missed the run go, oh, this is my opportunity. I'm going to hop in and I'm going to take this thing long over, let's just say the $4 mark. And so anybody who had previously missed the move gets another opportunity. So at this point, many traders are having FOMO. All right. Now, when I say FOMO, it doesn't mean that they're taking a bad trade. I'm just saying there's a lot of people that had fear of missing out on the first run YECO had on the day. But now that showing bullish sentiment, once again, they go, okay, this is my opportunity. And everybody already knows it's been on a massive run. It can run really big. So a bunch of people jump in the second time and ride this wave up. After this big move, everyone starts thinking, okay, it's really high. Maybe I'm going to start selling some of my position. People who have shares to short on these stocks start going, ooh, this thing's at a really nice price to short. It's up really big on the day. It has to come down, right? That's the mentality of the short sellers. They see this massive penny stock running. Most penny stocks run up and then they come crashing down. It's natural that they do this. So they start to think, well, this thing's pretty high in the day. It's already up $8. If this pulls back, it could pull back $2 a share and I can make a nice gain. So once YECO starts running up, a bunch of short sellers pile in thinking it's the top. They're trying to catch the top because if they catch the most ideal, perfect entry right at the top, they're going to make a nice gain. So we get short sellers starting to pile in on these trades. And when the bullish traders win the battle, we cause all the short sellers to squeeze out again. And then we go from $8 all the way to, like a high of 13. And then all the shorts go, okay, this is the top. We start selling it down. It has a really big pullback from 13 down to, $10. And then it bounces back up and it starts consolidating. And then the short sellers, the bearish traders go, okay, this is the top. And they keep piling in short. Eventually, the bullish traders win the battle. And what do? We squeeze out the short sellers once again. Okay, this is a classic rinse and repeat scenario that takes place amongst the penny stock trading world all the time. We see these massive penny stocks go on big runs, or I shouldn't even call them massive penny stocks. I should say, we see these massive, or we see these, we see these penny stocks that have massive moves go running on the day. And then the shorts think, well, it's up 300, 800. By the way, the stock YECO went up like 800%. So we see these massive moves, and the shorts think, well, it's got to come down. So they try and short it. They try and short it, but there's usually less give to the short than they would like. And then they get squeezed out again. And that's what really causes these stocks to go on these massive runs all day long. So basically, what happens on these big penny stocks is it's a pure momentum FOMO. So yeah, it's purely momentum mixed with some FOMO, maybe mixed with some good news catalysts, mixed with a bunch of short sellers trying to catch tops, and they keep squeezing out and squeezing stock higher, right? That's exactly what happens. That's why it's always important to, usually shy away from the short plays on these big running days and just wait for the second day to see how they act, right? They usually come crashing down anyways. So that is basically what happened with the stock YECO the other day. Had some news, a lot of momentum FOMO mixed with, some short sellers getting squeezed out. Now today, the stock PLAG went on a nice run from basically a couple dollars all the way to a high of 11.51. The stock is currently halted right now, pending news. So I've done some research. I've been trying to look around to figure out what is the reason this stock has been halted for over a couple hours on the day now. It's not just a normal volatility halt. The volatility halt will usually end after a few minutes and trading will resume. But right now, PLAG has been halted for a couple hours now. All right. And a lot of investors have money in the stock right now, and they're questioning what the heck's going to happen when this thing gets unhalted. Well, right now it's pending news. Now, when a stock is pending news, obviously we don't know what that news is, hence the pending. So, really anything can happen. When you get into a halt like this, where it's a halt pending news, it could be, news breaks, stocks unhalted, and the CEO was caught rigging the books of his company, or sexual harassment charge, or I don't know, think worst case scenario. It doesn't really matter. And, or it could be, stock on halts, news is broke that the stock is planned to, make another $500 million this year, right? Something good, and the stock could go flying more. But in this situation, there has been this little bit of news floating around. I won't mention who it has come from for specific reasons, but there has been this little bit of news kind of thrown out in the market that we've seen here. And it appears that if this little bit of news has been trickling around that I've heard about, it basically sounds as if the stock PLAG is under review right now to see if it meets the requirements to stay as a publicly listed stock on the major exchange market. So that's so far what I've heard. Is that necessarily guaranteed? No, because the news hasn't yet fully come out, so this could be just a rumor. So far from what I've heard, it appears that maybe we have news pending that there is maybe an investigation or some type of looking into on the stock PLAG to see whether or not the company is meeting at least the minimum requirements to stay as an actively listed stock on the major exchanges. So that's where I think we might be at right now. So again, this is a little nerve-wracking for many of the investors in there. Some things that, let's say we go worst case scenario and PLAG does become unlisted from the major exchanges. Usually a couple things can happen. If it doesn't meet the minimum requirements, they get delisted, they'll go to the OTC market, and then, that's basically where they'll usually reside until they die. Okay, so, not saying that's going to happen, but it is a possibility. We've seen this in the past with the stock DCTH, publicly listed, then, got delisted down to the OTC market. So again, this is a possibility that might take place. Not saying it will, but it is something to consider. But again, if you guys missed any of these moves on YECO or PLAG, just know that this winter season is far from over, and we're going to have many more of these plays coming. As big, maybe bigger, we don't know for sure, but it is definitely the season for penny stocks. So definitely stay tuned into the market, because these plays will be just around the corner. We will be having more of them, so don't get FOMO. That's the number one worst mistake to get. They will be back. We will see more of them. And I would say that these penny stock runners are far from being over, and we should be seeing some more in the future. So thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. It has been an absolute pleasure. And do remember to join into our pre-market watch list. We do a free stock watch list on our channel every single day at about 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, about 1 hour before the market opens. You can always feel free to check out the description box of this video, as there will be multiple links to different trading brokers, Facebook groups, free chat rooms, and premium chat room services that we do provide. So thank you guys once again for tuning in, and we will see you on the next one.